Hello friends, my name is Dave. Thank you for joining me. Today we'll be talking about the House of Molinard. Now this is a house that came out in 1849 in the city of Grasse, which is probably known as the origin of the modern fragrance. Now fragrance has been around for a long time way back then, but in the modern times started about 1849. And this is a house, it's a niche house. They make fragrance, and in 1860 they became popular when they came out with rose, and what's the other one? They came out rose and jasmine. I'm not sure if it's this original formulation as this one. This one actually came out in the 2000, what year was it? 2000. Well, not the original formulation, okay, but this one I think is 2015. So it's, pretty modern, and I do wonder what's the difference between this formulation and the original formulation that came out in the 1860s. That's very interesting. If anybody knows, please go ahead and put a comment below. It'd be great to know that. Now, this is one of those more fresher rose to me. It's not the jammy type. So this one to me works very well all year round. It's an EDP concentration. It does last quite a while. It's not, super all day long, but then with a rose type of scents, you're not gonna expect it to, last until tomorrow. But it is pretty strong. I just sprayed it on my hand and on my shirt, and it's still coming through very strong. Now, other than the rose as being the top notes and also the most prominent, you're also gonna have geranium, clove, caramel, and violet, and musk, and all of those. But mainly you're gonna smell rose, and it's a fresh type of rose. Now, what happened was, here's a quick little thing. When I was really young, maybe about 16, 17, went to a fair, one of those summer fair that they came around to the different city. One night, I was walking around one of those stores. It was closing time around 8 o'clock or so. So not many people was in that row, in the aisles I was at. It was outdoors, pretty cozy. And I was looking at a crystal glass maker. Oh, not crystal, but glass maker. And I saw a glass rose. The body of the glass was, the stem of the rose was white color, clear white, while the top, the rose petal was red. And somehow they were able to have this smell of rose on that glass. I don't know how they did it, but it smelled really rosy for maybe a year or two. So it got, melted into the glass itself, the scent of the rose. So I was really intrigued, and I always loved it. I always loved that rose, and it was pretty special. So whenever I look for fragrance, and I've been trying to look for that scent since then, and this is the only one that smells like it. It doesn't mean that it smells like glass. It doesn't mean that it smells synthetic. Actually, it's pretty realistic. I do have rose in my front yard, different color, different variations. This one smells so much alike, like the real thing. Okay, I'm not kidding. But you do smell a little bit of other components, a little bit of clove in there. I do smell clove, but it's not dark. It's not. Like I said, it's not jammy. Jammy meaning it's too syrupy. It's not that at all. Instead, it's more airy, and to me, it's a little bit fresh. Okay, and I really enjoy it. For that, you be able to wear this, all year round. Even during the warmer days, I think when it warms your skin, the heat warms your skin, this is gonna come out pretty good. Very nicely actually. I do smell some bit of vanilla, okay? Even though it's not a very strong component, but when the heat hits my skin, the vanilla comes out. That's what I realized. And during the nighttime, when the cool air is blowing on the skin, man, just lovely. It's just a very beautiful, lovely scent. It's, oh, what color is a rose? It's a red rose. I'm trying to recall. In my front yard, there was like different color, pink, red. So this is the red rose type of smell. If you ever smell red rose, this is what it smells like. Yeah. So it's, if you want to say other type of rose fragrance, of course, they're going to have similarities, right? No matter what type of rose it is, you can smell that similarity. So it's not going to be super unique for sure. Like anything else, right? If you have vanilla dominant scent, other vanilla dominant fragrance can smell similar. So you cannot say it's super unique, but it's not a bad thing. You gotta see how well is it done. And this one is done very well, very well. Now I do like it better on my shirt. I'm gonna spray again on my shirt, because some fragrance or some notes just don't come out well, or do not come out that well on my skin. And it does smell a little bit ashy on my skin. And I do know that it's my skin chemistry, because a lot of fragrance does that on my skin. So I'll test it on my shirt as well, and on the strip. Okay. So with that said, if it does smell a little bit different on your skin, try it on the other things, on your pillow. I do this because it's a rose scent, so I don't wear it that often to go out, because it's, probably leans a little bit more feminine. So when I see clients, I don't, wear this one. But I love to put this on my shirts when I'm at home, just relaxing and listening to nice music, or before I go to sleep, or just spray on the pillow. It's very, very, very lovely, especially on a cozy night. Somehow this one still comes through, even though it's on the fresh and airier side, but it's still coming through. And you last, at least decent from 3 to 6 hours, I find. And depending on the weather, if it's really cold, maybe a little bit less, but it's still coming pretty good, pretty good on the really cold weather. And it become more of those, I guess, what is the best way to explain? I actually tried this when I went to skiing at the snow, and the rose comes through like a popsicle type of a rose scent. It's kind of hard to describe it, but it's pretty cool though. Imagine the icicle type of rose scent. That's how I felt when I smelled it. So this is an EDP, so it will last pretty long. You could say this smells like rose water. It does. It's not, like I said, it's not super unique, but it's just very well done. And if you ever see their commercial, the ads that have done for the rose, you see a lot of, they use rose petal, to make the fragrance. Now, the cost is only around maybe 45 or 50 on the discounters. So I don't know, how much of a rose ingredients or oil they actually use on this. You need to get a lot of rose just to make a little bit of the concentration oil. So at that price, I don't know how much they use, but disregard whatever the percentage is, it just smells nice. I really enjoy it. This is one of those scents I forgot to say in the beginning of the fragrance. This video is basically kind of for me, because there are some fragrance I really, really enjoy, but I don't know how much other people will enjoy it. It is a fingerprint magnet. So, but I do want to put this out, because even if you don't enjoy it now, I find that, people's nose change with time, and as they go through the fragrance experience, and also as they age, like everybody does age, right? You start to appreciate more things and want to broaden your horizon. So I find myself searching for a lot of fragrance and different type of fragrance that I'm not used to. And I think, you might find yourself doing the same. And that's why I think it's a hobby, it's a journey, fragrance, and it's a great hobby. I keep finding new things, keep appreciating new scents. And even though this is not a super unique scent, but I just, to my nose, they have done very, very good job with this one. I have a few rose scents from the cheaper one, from like $10. The sorry, I forgot the brand, Elizabeth Arden or something. They have some rose scent, and they have the more expensive one. They do have one from Hermes, the house of Hermes. The rose one, there's a saffron and there's a rose. That one's more of a jammy rose. And but this one, like I say, is more the airy, fresher type of rose, and I really enjoy it. And it's from a niche house, so I really like the ad, the commercial that they did. It's a very classy. It's not a big house, but it's the niche house. They do this full time, right? So they focus on fragrances. So to me, that is kind of speak for itself, for their quality, be able to stick around since 1849. It's been a long time, so they gotta be able to do a really good job on their fragrances. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this house. I have quite a few from this house which I'll talk about a little bit more. I do wonder whenever I think about fragrances, and I always wonder which one I should do videos on. But to be honest, I really don't want to keep doing the same, chasing the same fragrance like everybody else. Of course, I'll still, I'll still review them, I'll still talk about them. But a lot of times I want to do what I really want to explore. And this is a house that I went into it blind. I didn't know much about it. But then I saw that commercial where I see their classical house, and they still kept some of their old style, traditional way of making fragrance. So I was really intrigued, and so I picked up a few, and picked up a few more and a few more after that. So I don't know if you heard about this fragrance called Habanita. Is their probably their most famous fragrance. Back in the day is Habanita, and it smells like cigarettes. It smells like in a good way, okay? It smells like they say is a bad girl will wear that scent, right? It came out in 1921, but anyway, that's a different story. I have that bottle as well, which I'll talk about a bit more next time. But now it's talking about rose. So with that in mind, yeah, this is something I really enjoy for myself. And who is it for? It's for people or guys, or even for ladies, but for guys that want to explore different things. Maybe you don't have to wear it out, right? But you can spray it on your clothes when you're at home and just enjoy it. And it's very relaxing to me. So I always look for those type of scents. All right then. So with that in mind, I hope that is helpful. And if you get a chance to look into the house of Molinard, they're classy house. They know what they're doing, and they did a great job on the whole lineup actually. But I especially love the rose. So somehow it does come out very, very realistic to the glass rose that I was talking about. So I was so happy to find this one. Yeah, I'm smelling the strips right now. I sprayed on it. I smell my hand, smell my shirt, and it's 3 different type of scents. It's quite different. So that's one of the fun parts about this hobby. All right then, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.